kind of told me a little bit about what he sees in the NFL and how it translates over as well. So thank you.
Something that Coach Loxley talked about in order to be successful this year is taking some of those close losses from last year and winning those games. So what's going to take for the offense to turn those close games into wins this time around?
Our strength coach talks about how we have about 9 plays that we feel decided our whole season last year. 9 plays that didn't go our way, and it ended our season up where it ended up. We know that we have a lot more in the tank, and we got a lot more that gets done. So I feel like as far as the offense, if we want to take that next step, we got to have more explosive plays, whether that's plays in the run game or the pass game, and we got to eliminate the negative plays as much as possible. So that's pretty much just what it boils down to, and that's what we're going to tackle because we feel as though in the Big Ten East we play against a lot of great talent, and we can't afford to beat ourselves.
And he also mentioned, like, for running backs, maybe it was Coach Gass, now it's you're responsible for making the last guy miss. So how do you develop that skill? What is it that you feel like you didn't necessarily do in that area last year that you did better at making the last guy miss?
Yeah, I feel like it comes down to a lot of things. Vision is definitely a big part of it, seeing things before they happen and just having good instincts. All running backs need to have good instincts because we're playing against great talent week in and week out, and they're good at football, so they're going to make that play if we aren't able to make them miss. So for me personally, going into this upcoming season, I want to be able to have a good feel for it, and that comes with reps and practice and just, trying new things to make sure I can see what works for me and what doesn't work for me so that I can, make that guy miss and hopefully score touchdowns more often.
And obviously, you kind of touched on it, just the experience in the room, but, just with the offensive line, with them replacing 4 starters. I know Loxley talked about last year just the running back room kind of needing to step up in terms of pass protection and whatnot. So I'm kind of curious, with the entire room coming back and Nolan Ray obviously coming in, how do you maybe feel like that experience kind of helps in terms of, adding that extra blocker for Leah? And do you feel like you've kind of seen maybe from yourself or your teammates maybe growth in that area?
Oh yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of growth, especially over the last year. It's becoming more seasoned and more comfortable on the field. It's definitely tremendously helped us. I feel as though we're a running back room that has no flaws because we have a lot of guys that can do different things. And if you're looking for something, you can find it in our running back room. And I feel like, just gaining more experience helps us because, in those tight games in November, when it boils down to that last drive of the game, we've been there before. And that makes a big difference.
Finally, Roman, DJ, you got the new guys in front of you in terms of the line. DJ mentioned that you and Antoine and Colby, some of the guys in the running back room, have been kind of able to collaborate a little bit and maybe help bring those guys along. Has that been something that's been a part of practices and getting the new offensive line up to the schemes and where the blocking is?
Yes, sir. It's definitely important to work together because at the end of the day, without them, we would have no success, whether that's throwing the ball or running the ball, because it all starts up front. So, just getting those guys, bringing them along and seeing their progress is definitely encouraging because, we play in a swift league where a lot of things are happening and people are moving really fast, but they're learning the offense, and I've already seen a lot of progress. And just doing my job, helping the guys where I can, and being a leader when I can to help this team be successful.
And in terms of managing expectations, a lot of potential about what this program can do, what it can win in this season. Locke said that he's happy that there's a player-driven culture, that you guys setting those type of expectations in the room. Hey, we can do this. We can be in Indianapolis. We can win this conference if we do these things.
Yes, I feel like Coach Locke always says good teams are led by players. By coaches, and great teams are led by players. So we want to be a great team, and we feel like it's that time to talk like that. So taking it into a player-led culture where we can hold each other accountable and we can be there to, love up on our brothers and things like that in time of need. I feel like it builds a culture of trust and things like that we need to win in this conference.
And final one for me, in terms, your name has been out there among the best running backs in the Big Ten. Personal goals that you have for this season? I know that 1,000 was that close in the bowl game last year. Is that something that you've got on the horizon that you want to do this year, 1,000 yards?
When you think about it being that close and not being able to eclipse it, it's one of those things where if I want to take that next step, I have to be able to get there. So I haven't really delved deep deep into anything and kind of put anything in words, but being a 1,000-yard rusher would help this team out a lot, especially with the offensive line. So if it's in our will and if it's a way for us to win more games, I'll definitely put everything I got into it to make it happen.
For sure. Thank you.